Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Monroe Mann here, YouTube #1 live streamer in my mind and in some of the minds of my fans. Joined today by special guest Shannon Potts. This is round 2 because we had our phones on at the exact same time. And I'm hoping that you guys will come back to find us once again now that you can hear what the heck we're saying. So a lesson to all of you who are YouTubers or have friends who are YouTubing is make sure that you're not talking to that same person on the phone while they are a guest. So what's up, Sia? Can you hear us now? Are we here? I think you can hear us now. Awesome. Hey, Carly. Hey, Sia. Great to have you guys back again. So, Shannon, who the heck are you? You have to answer in one syllable. So choose that syllable wisely. Mm.
One word. I mean, seriously, you got to give me something. I need a little
Okay.
more.
All right. Fine. I don't normally do this. I will give you a few sentences to tell us who you are.
So we know each other from our time 20 years ago, and so obviously I did time in the military, and I did I've done time as a done time like I use that word as if it's a sentence, like I was in jail or something. I was never in jail, to be clear, and I don't mean to say that the things that I've done in my life have been jail, like not at all. I greatly enjoyed providing service, but I've been a firefighter and a member of the military. I'm no longer in the military. Retired a few years ago, and I'm a father. And importantly, I am the son of my parents, and that plays a huge part of my life. Like you, you know, I have a close relationship with my mother, which is incredibly important to me. And pretty much I've staked my entire existence, my well-being, my family's financial well-being, everything on taking care of my mother. And even though it's been very difficult for reasons that have nothing to do with my mother herself, I would gladly do it all over again. Stomach, sleep at night, maybe any other course of action. My mother needed me, and she deserved my, the same treatment that she gave me growing up. To reciprocation. It's a foul
I
thing.
think
Not
that's the
it's a
number
foul thing
one
not to
thing.
reciprocate.
I just want to interrupt. That's the number one thing. Like my sisters, both of my sisters, basically they just jumped ship and didn't help when my dad was dying. They're not helping with my mom now. And years ago, like more than a decade ago, Monroe, it's not your problem. You didn't ask to be born. This that, and I'm just thinking, I don't like that mentality. It's not helpful.
Exactly. That's contrary to like the military and the fire service. You don't leave somebody behind. You don't leave somebody behind. You're not just like, hey, good knowing you. You stick it through. That's what life's about. For me, life is about obligation. You meet your obligations. That's what gives your life meaning. Obligations.
Absolutely.
And
My
and
obligation right now is to answer some of these questions from the people. What's up, Caroline Counts? Great to have you here. Johnny, what's the stream about? My name is Monroe Mann. If you didn't know, I'm YouTube's #1 live streamer. Even though I only have 30 people watching, I'm still the #1 live streamer. And got the #1 awesome guest here, Shannon Potts. He and I were in Iraq together. I was an intelligence officer. He was uh, was it?
the opposite of intelligence.
Yeah, he was an unintelligence
the
officer.
lack of intelligence.
He was a lack of intelligence officer. I know it's Romeo, but is it 46 Romeo, 96?
The Romeos, yes. So if any Romeos are watching this, my band of brothers, I bet you never thought you'd ever see me on YouTube.
There are a bunch of people from our unit who occasionally come in here and say hi. I don't know if you know Chris McCann.
Oh yeah. I remember the name. I remember. I had a positive. I don't actually remember him well, but I remember thinking positive things about him. It's like you keep track of like, oh, that person was a problem. This person was a good person.
Yeah,
Whatever.
he was a really cool guy. Who else is on? Sergeant Hafke. I don't think you ever met him. He was with me on the MIT team.
Do you remember? Chrysler?
Oh my God,
And
I love that guy. That guy was great.
Did you ever hear that story?
I don't know what
Did you ever hear
story.
that story?
Tell us the story.
Oh, I don't know if it's a good story to tell. Whatever. Without getting into too many details, but we had to go through some training. It was kind of intense. Some of the people were, we weren't exactly. I don't know how you want to put it. We weren't SEAL Team 6. Let's put it that way. Anyways, yeah, Chrysler had a situation where he had to do some live fire, and he fired his weapon and as part of a training in a training
Wait,
event.
is this good? Is this going to embarrass Chrysler?
Oh, maybe. Should I not tell it? I don't
Is
know.
it?
Maybe it all worked out.
All right. If it all
worked
worked out, then go ahead and tell the story.
Just leave it at that. Anyways, yeah. I'll just say hello to Chrysler and Sergeant Music, and definitely all the Romeos, Bob and Scott and Rob and Casey, and let's see, who am I missing? There might be one or two that I don't really want. Oh, of course.
Who was the guy that always wanted to get into a firefight? All he wanted to do. What?
Who was that?
And he had the blonde hair, and his mission was like, I want to kill. And
I don't know who that was.
He was a Romeo. I think his name was John or Chris.
I have no idea who. I think you're just making.
No, I'm not. There was this. Who the heck? Okay, I can't remember. I'm not making it up. I'm not telling. Oh, look, wait. We got a few notices here. Jamie just gave $9.99 of support on the super chat. So it's still December, guys. Unbelievably, which means it's still a Christmas present. So that's 50. Oh, I forgot to put these as Christmas presents, Jamie and V, because we're still in the. We got 58 now, and Jamie again, and she said, "Thank you for your service, gentlemen."
Thank you for recognizing that. It's incredibly gratifying to have people. I know of people who went through a lot more, even within my small circle, and I knew stories of people who just who contributed. It's the same. What's the saying? Some all gave some gave all, right? And all the variation or all the spectrum in between, right? So thank you so much for that consideration, because ultimately, for there's ultimately it's only the gratitude. Ultimately, it's only gratitude that some of the things that people have sacrificed. There's no way to repay them, and I'm not one of those people. You can repay me. I'll take credit card. I'm just kidding, but definitely, yeah, it's good to for people to say thank you. I appreciate that. I imagine you feel the same way, right, Monroe?
Absolutely. I saw something the best answer when someone says thank you for your service. I always say, now you're worth it.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's why we did it, is to help fellow Americans and people around the world to live in a better in a better world. What's on Kimmy's mind? Oh, we got some more comments from Sia, Jamie, Carly's mom. Oh, stop with the sweet baby angel. Kimmy says, I admire loyalty. By the way, anyone watching, would love you to subscribe to Kimmy's channel. I'm helping her launch her YouTube channel, and she's got 19 subscribers now. We're working on getting her to 50. She's a really spectacular person. She is a nurse. She's a caregiver, just like I am and Shannon is. And she has some very interesting things that she's saying. So if you want to give some support to an up and coming YouTuber, check it out. It's What's on Kimmy's Mind at What's on Kimmy's Mind. You'll be able to find that channel. She's also right here in the live stream. So you can probably just click on her name. Thanks, Kimmy, calling me number one YouTuber. Yo, you wrote YouTube beer. YouTube beer. Am I a YouTube beer? I don't drink beer. So, what other comments? Definitely. Jamie says he should definitely tell the story about Chrysler. I have a feeling Chrysler would laugh about it.
Well, it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault. Just to say, it was really not much to the story, but he was trying to shoot over a barrier, and unfortunately, his sights showed him what he wanted to shoot at. So the barrel was facing right into the barrier, but he could see the target through his sights, so he fired, and the round immediately hit the barrier and ricocheted right the cheek of. Didn't go in, but left a visible mark.
Was this in Kuwait or in Iraq?
Yeah, that was in the train up. Yeah, before we went.
Gosh,
up.
I never heard that. I'm so glad everyone's okay. And you know what?
So and the joke was the punchline was Chrysler said, so I shot him in the face.
You know what's funny? So, I can see Chrysler laughing right now. His little. Like,
I hope he is. Otherwise, I'm going to get like a nasty phone call or an email or something. So
yeah. So I can understand that if you have the sight was fine.
Yeah. What do you got? Yeah.
And then,
these things happen, right?
These things do happen. Yeah. I was just thinking I was in Orlando just the other day, and I was taking the Bright Line train down to Miami, back to Miami Beach, and all the trains got canceled suddenly. And I went to look on the news. Turned out a fire truck decided that their emergency was so important that they would go around the gates that were closed because they thought
I saw something about that.
They thought they could get through. They could not get through, and the train hit them at like 80 miles an hour, tore the fire truck in half. All these people are airlifted. I just mentioned that because it reminded me of that. These things happen, but measure twice, cut once. And I hope the firemen and any first responders never do something like that. You're a fireman. Would you ever do that? Would you ever go across train tracks?
In the fire service, we have a saying, and the saying is, risk a lot to save a lot, risk a little to save a little, risk nothing to save nothing. So you can't really second guess these guys and the decisions they make because you don't really know what was going on, what the mindset was. Who knows what was on the other side of that track? Maybe there was something that was so pressing that they needed to be there, and or maybe they perceived that they needed to be there, even if they maybe didn't necessarily need to be there. I don't know. I would never second guess what these guys do. The things, pretty much, frankly, pretty much not entirely, but to a large extent, absolves them or should absolve them of a lot of the considerations. It's easy to Monday morning quarterback, and say, oh, they should have done this, they should have done that, or whatever. You weren't there, you don't know. And that applies to a lot of things in my book. And of course, even if, to be perfectly frank, even if they were wrong, and I'm not using that particular example, I'm just saying about any example. If firefighters are doing their job, and even if they were wrong, just in general, for any situation involving emergency response, I don't know how a person can just be like throwing them under the bus. You don't throw.
I'm a veteran and stuff, and I support first responders on that.
Yep. Yep.
I have the complete opposite perspective. And I think I will say publicly, these were complete idiots, and they were
Oh,
their fireman egos getting away. Let me tell you what happened.
I don't know. I don't
No,
know.
I'll just
I
tell you,
mean,
there was a freight train coming by, going this
hmm
way. And the
right.
freight train, they waited, and the freight train went all the way by nice and slowly. And they figured, oh, the freight train's gone. That's why the gates were down. We're going to now go, even though the gates are still down. They didn't know there's the Brightline high speed train coming on this track at 90 miles an
Okay.
hour. So they started across, and then boom. And to me, I'm thinking it's like they know the Brightline is on there, and there are hundreds and hundreds of people on those trains, and it's going high speed. I mean, if I were the fire chief or whatever, I'd say, or even a cop, it's like radio ahead and say, we cannot get there. There is a train. There are trains coming, and the things are down. And it turns out it was like a car accident. That's terrible. But they put like 30 to 40 people got injured and had to go to the hospital because they decided they wanted to go across the track and be a hero, and they caused more emergencies. They never got there, and they injured like three of the firemen are in critical condition, and all the people that so many people on the train were injured. And then say it again. Are you there? Now I can hear you. You were frozen for a moment. 11 a.m. Yeah. If you're interested, you can watch the video. It's on X. On Brightline actually posted it. I think they posted the dash cam because they wanted to prove that they were not at fault in any way, shape, or form, and that it wasn't like engineer error or train error that they went through the track, the gates. But I do appreciate your perspective as a fireman.
Don't know. You don't know the details. You know what I'm saying? You don't. I mean, you obviously do know a lot of details. But my point is, I would be very. I just could not bring myself to second guess them, not having not been there. You see what I'm
You know what
saying?
it makes
I
me
don't know.
realize is like always they always say like school buses always have to stop at a train crossing, regardless.
For good
And I
reason.
always
For good
think,
reason.
and I always think this that's so annoying. You can tell if the train is coming or not. And look
But you
at this.
can't.
They made the wrong decision that the train that is at issue is past. They never thought, could there be a second train approaching
There
at
you
such
go.
a fast rate of
There you go.
speed?
There you go.
But I still think, shouldn't that be? I mean, these Brightline trains have been crashing into, and the police and fire have been telling people, do not cross the tracks when the gates are down, and
I,
they did exactly what they're trying to tell the civilians not to do.
Mistakes happen, and sometimes they have very tragic consequences. And I was not familiar with all the details of that story, so obviously, my heartfelt condolences to everyone involved, and I hope that something positive can come out of the situation.
Well,
Maybe
we're
maybe
talking
more
about it
training.
now, and I think everybody in this live stream is going to think twice about crossing the
Absolutely,
train tracks
absolutely,
and,
yeah,
and say, "Mom, stop! There's a gate there. Let's not go."
yeah. But
And
you pointed out a very plausible explanation is that they saw the one train go through. It went through slow. So why would you think? I mean, I'm not from the area. I don't know the area. I don't know the situation. But I could see somebody saying, "Well, that train went by. It went by slow. So I'm going to go." And then all of a sudden, this other thing comes by super fast. I mean, certainly in my own experience, I've had experiences like with cars and stuff where you're trying to like cross a street, and then somebody's coming along super fast, and you're like, "Whoa, where'd he come from?" So
yeah, it happens
and
all the
and and
time
these
in
are
life.
these are big apparatus too. This is a big truck, so you don't necessarily have the same view. And the other thing is like, in my experience, coordination between the officer and the driver, right? So are the driver and the officer talking to each other? Is the officer looking in one direction and the driver looking in another direction? Maybe they're not on the same page. Maybe they're talking about, hey, the train left. And then somebody's saying another train's coming or something. Who knows? You got to have communication. It's just like with us in the combat zone, you have to be able to communicate as a team, and no one person has the ability to have 360, which is a great segue to to what I want to talk about. In a sense, one of the reasons that I asked to be a guest on your live stream here is that this concept of battle buddies. From you remember that from the military basic training, the idea that a guy, a military member, service
Oh,
member you can't protect your own back. So battle buddies are there to help you have a 360-degree sense of security, right?
so are you my streamy buddy today?
I am. I am. I think I'd be a good battle buddy for you there. I got your
No,
back.
you're not a
I got
battle
your
buddy.
back.
You're a streamy buddy.
Streamy buddy. Okay, I'll be your streamy buddy.
Yeah, we're live streaming together. You're watching my back.
So
But we're gonna come right back to the battle buddy thing, and then let me just read some
yeah,
of these
sure,
comments.
sure. Yep, yep.
What's up, Hong Kong? Great to have you here. Sia says, let's talk about 2024 is ending soon. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Hong Kong,
Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year. We're almost there. I'll
Happy New
subscribe
Year.
to Kimmy. Sounds like no NFL updates, but whatever. Thanks, Hong Kong. Drink champagne. I don't drink alcohol at all. Honestly, I find it really disgusting, and it makes my stomach feel very like I feel nauseous, and I feel like there's acid in my going down. Like I don't like alcohol, and I'm so attuned when there's alcohol in something. I go like even if it's the tiniest drop. What about you? Do you drink alcohol?
I used to drink a little bit, and I had to give it up for similar reasons. Kind of destroys your innards. I think people are moving away from it. I saw a story the other day about how wine sales have really fallen through the floor in the vineyards in California. Some of them have had to convert their land from growing grapes to other things. So,
Wow.
I mean, I'm not necessarily against alcohol altogether, but obviously there can be some serious consequences for overindulging. No question
My,
about it.
my my big feeling is I think there are far more deaths due to drunk driving every year than there are from guns. And I don't understand why there's no outrage over alcohol. So like with and I know this is another story. It's like they always say um the guns don't kill people, people do, and then the left always will say that's an outrageous. We need to have gun control. Well then why don't you use that same why don't you have that same outrage about alcohol? It's why don't you get rid of alcohol because that's what's causing the battered women and men. It's causing relationship trauma. It's causing uh, drunk driving incidents and things like
Yep.
that. And so anyway, so no, Kimmy, no champagne for me. I will have some sparkling apple cider maybe if I could find it. But honestly, I don't think I have enough energy to go out and find sparkling apple cider. So what I'll probably do is have a Dr. Pepper, and that's assuming there's a Dr. Pepper in the fridge. Sia says, let's learn Danish. Sia, if you want to, hey, what word, whenever Sia comes on, she teaches us some Danish. What word do you want to learn in Danish, Shannon?
What word do I want to learn? So this may be I can't think of the right word for this, but how about learning the word Danish? In other words, that thing that we eat sometimes. Some people call it Danish. What is the
Oh,
Danish word for Danish? Actually,
that's good.
that's the first suggestion, because as I know that you excel in languages, and I have an interest in languages as well. But the next thing I would want to know is this thing I always want to know about any language, and that is the first thing I want to know is how do you say something in Danish? So
All right, so
um,
Sia, if you don't know what a Danish is in English, it's
it
like
would
a
be hard,
pastry.
right? A
It's like
pastry.
it's like a bread pastry. So I don't know if you have a specific word for that. And the other one was, how do you say the words? How do you say bump bump
Yeah.
bump in Danish?
Wie sagt man etwas auf Deutsch? That's in German, right? Right.
Ja, ja,
So
ja, ja. Das stimmt, mein Freund. Major's in the house. How are you, Hong Kong? The bro on the right side looks like his pet caterpillar fell asleep on his lip.
how
Yeah.
perceptive.
By the way, is your son there?
My son is here somewhere. I
Get
think he
get
left.
him over here. Get your
I think
son
he
on
left.
here.
I have to walk. I have to go and get him. You
Yeah,
want me to go
you
get him?
take that phone and you go walk here. And
Oh,
apparently
I'm not
his
walking
son.
through my house. I'm not walking through my house in this condition. You be right back. Hang on.
Okay, all right. I'll hold the fort.
Right.
You go get your son.
All right.
That's funny. Hong Kong. Jamie says, "Oh my goodness, Hong Kong is mean." How are you? Sorry. What's up, CL? How are you? Great to have you back again. Major, is there son there?
Yeah, I found him
Wow.
lurking in the shadows. He was like literally like
Wow.
lurking in
Wait,
the shadows.
bring him more on camera because I got to have a
Oh my
conversation
God.
with this guy. What's his name? Harry Potter?
I'm Emerson. No, I'm not Harry Potter. I'm Emerson.
Emerson, right? Emerson. Wait, your dad was telling me that you make fun of him because he's technologically deficient. I'd like you to explain yourself to the internet right now. Come closer so we can see you better. Like center.
Hello.
Yeah. So what's going on, Emerson? Why are you ragging on your dad here?
I have not accused him of being technologically deficient.
So you're telling me your father,
But
a great American patriot, is a liar?
You think it. There's long pauses after I say something regarding technology.
Oh, he's one of those teenagers.
Okay.
How old are you? Are you in high school or college?
High school.
High school. And what year are you?
I'm 10th grade.
10th grade. You're very sophomoric. That's the issue
There you
that we
go.
have with him.
Yeah. So no, he's really
He likes to bring that up a lot.
he's really bright in some ways, and in other ways, we're working on it. Let's put it that way. You know?
All right.
So,
Well, Emerson, I
thank
hope you have a great day.
So
Good luck with your stream.
What did he say?
He said, "Good luck with your stream." So.
Oh, thank you. I thought he said free Ukraine.
And that too.
Every teenager's got to have a social issue these days. Emerson, if you can hear, it was very nice to meet you, and you seem to be a very well-raised young man, and I'm sure you are with a dad like Mr. Sergeant Potts.
Mr. Sergeant Potts.
Jamie is nobody's wife. You make poor choices in that department. Sia says, "Is anyone Danish in the chat?" You are Danish, Sia. Let me see. Major's hitting on Jamie. Monroe isn't even doing the Boston voice. I don't have a Boston voice. I do a New York voice with Rocco Tribbiani. Yeah, Jamie has a YouTube channel too. I've been trying to encourage her to get going with that. Let me see more comments. Take my undeserved like, and I'll see you later, bro. Dump him, Monroe, my bro. Hong Kong, what the heck are you talking about? And now you're being, dude, what's up with that? You've been a big supporter and now you're just being rude and mean. Yeah, no need. We don't need your like, Hong Kong. If you don't want to give a like, you don't need it. No one's forcing you to be here. Let's see. Battle Buddies sounds a bit. Yeah, look, we're also, guess what? The name of our unit that we were originally in together was the Rainbow Division.
The Rainbow Division, yep.
Just to let you know.
Yep.
Let me see. Rum cakes. Rum cakes are okay, but only if they taste good, Kimmy. Sometimes rum cakes are too rummy. When they put too much rummy in them, they're disgusting. Do you like rum cakes?
Do I like rum? I don't had a rum cake that I know of.
Whenever you have you gone on a cruise to the Caribbean yet?
I've never been to the Caribbean on a cruise. Is that what they serve on Caribbean cruises?
Not on the cruises, but when you stop at the islands, a lot of the times you can get the Caribbean rum, and they make the rum cakes in Jamaica and Cayman Islands and stuff. Let's see. Jamie says, "I don't want to get in trouble with Monroe. It's whatever the count is." Jamie, please, you're not going to get in trouble with me. You can share. You should be able to just click on people's names in the chat and see what their channel name is. Am I right? But I will post on a post or something later, maybe the name of her channel if you can't find it. Age is an illusion, says Kimmy. So that leads into our other topic for today, was getting old.
Getting old. Yep.
I would say it's getting older. Because getting old is only applicable to certain people, and it's relative. But getting older is applicable for everybody, even if you're a teenager on the live stream.
At some points, it's the positive thing, and then later on, it becomes not so positive, right? Maybe a little bit. can be. So
Yeah, all I can say is I'm very jealous and envious and angry when I see these people who are 92 years old and they're still jogging and they're on their bike. And yeah, I just climbed Mount Everest for the third time with no Sherpas. And I mean, that's just, have you climbed Mount Everest without Sherpas?
have
Naked.
I?
Naked. You could do it. I have faith in you.
All right. I'll tune in when you make that when you do that live stream.
By the
When
way,
you're
like Emerson, he was looking at me with contempt on here. It's like, I don't want to be on Dad's Friends live stream. I feel like most of the people here, my fans, are under 20 years old.
yeah, right.
Like Jamie, like Major's 19. Sia's, I don't actually see. I think you're you're a teenager as well. Carly is in high school, so Emerson's missing out.
So you are like well beyond that in years. You're like
I'm 47,
so
and
I'm
go ahead.
just I'm surprised that what exactly is it that you offer these people?
It's a question I ask myself. But you were telling me before. I do music, we do
Positivity.
comedy,
Positive.
positivity, motivation,
Yeah.
encouragement, politics, and
Yep.
uh, and and special guests that have very large mustaches. But the
It's
truth is
really
that
not that
mustache
large.
is
It's a camera. It's a camera.
it's big enough for three people. You could share that mustache with me and Major, and there'd
it
still
keeps
be enough mustache to go around.
it keeps my face warm, so it's important. I'm up here. It's cold here. It's not warm where you are,
Are
or
you still in New York?
like. Oh yeah, yeah. Still in New York, so
Okay.
it's actually kind of warm here today, but not compared to what you guys experience. So.
Now this is tomorrow. Today's a chilly day. I think it's going down to 68.
Oh boy,
Which is but
it's
I
so
can
cold.
this in 3 days it's going down to 54, which again doesn't seem like a lot, but when I've been down here and you remember in Iraq, it was 120 plus during the day, and then at night it went down to 95 and we're shivering,
Mm.
freezing.
We had a thermometer, so we spent several months without any air conditioning in our Humvee, and I got a thermometer because I was like, how hot is it in this thing? And it was over 130 degrees inside that Humvee, and we over 130 degrees, and we're in it the majority of the day for
With that body armor
with the
and the
body
Kevlar
armor on,
and the helmet.
and the Kevlar, and you
The
take a
most I was
you
in my Humvee was I was in it every day, but it was usually like for maybe 20 minutes at a time.
yep.
I could not wait to get out of that thing. And the air conditioning, I mean, they said it worked, but you know what I mean with the quotation marks.
Right,
It
right.
never cooled it down. It still was just
Oh yeah,
absolutely
no.
horrible. So any of you guys who complain about not having air conditioning or not having a heater, it's like you have no idea. If you don't have a heater and you're naked in your car, okay. And if and if you're spending like 12 hours in your car in summer with no air conditioning and you have to wear a parka and a down jacket and pants, that's kind of like how that was.
And that was routine. This is what you do. You do what you have to do, right? There's
That
no.
is the
It just
truth.
it is what it is, right? So, but
Oh,
yeah,
Sia gave the answer now. In Danish, how do you say is Vorden siger du?
Voren
Vorden siger
Sigurdu,
du. But how do
Voren
you say
Sigurdu.
in Danish? It's like Vorden siger du, hello, in
Oh,
Danish. We want to know how to say that.
okay. I don't see that coming up here yet. I guess mine is a little my
Do you see
feed
the
there.
chat messages?
I see the chat messages, but I don't.
Oh, I am very behind. I'm always behind because I try to read all of them, so I'm always above.
Oh, okay.
Hong Kong is having a bad day. I think so. Not on mobile. Age like fine wine and run shirtless. Kimmy, you're a woman. Do you run shirtless? If you do, let me know. Shannon and I will make our way up to Boston and Maine to. They should have a female shirtless marathon. That would get a lot of viewers. Al Bundy would be there front and center. Oh, Jamie says the camera adds 5 pounds to your mustache. That's a great one. And Kimmy says not yet. So why are you suggesting that we have to run shirtless? Why does that keep us from aging, but a woman does not have to run shirtless in order not to age?
Oh, it keeps you from aging? I didn't pick up on that.
I know,
Okay.
that's what she was saying. Kimmy, what's on your bucket list? Doing a marathon or running shirtless? Jamie says maybe his set on top messages instead of all messages. Oh, did you see that message right there from Jamie and Kimmy?
Yeah, I just saw that one. Yeah.
Do you mean what to know? No, we want to say, Sia.
It must be.
Danish.
It must be.
Go ahead.
Okay. No, I was going to say it must be that you're so far behind that they are getting
Yeah,
away.
That's my modus
before I take a
operandi.
look.
I'm always
Gotcha.
behind on the live stream. So, Sia, we know how to say how do you say, which is "Hvordan siger du." How do you say in Danish? Because we want to be able to say like "Hvordan siger du," hello.
And that's how you get into the language, right? Hvordan siger du?
Hvordan siger du?
Hvordan siger du?
Oh, Kimmy wants to do both. Kimmy wants to do a marathon and she wants to do it topless. Kimmy, why do you have this strange desire to run in a marathon topless? I can understand running in a marathon, but running topless, that's odd. That's very, very odd. All right, so did you want to talk more about Battle Buddies? Is that... or are we moving to a different topic?
I don't know. I just we can leave it at that. I don't want to get too negative on you. There's a lot of negativity in my situation, a lot of unhappiness at this point. So I'm basking in your positivity at this moment.
Again,
so,
I was trying to tell Shannon and I were on the phone earlier. He goes, Monroe, I mean, you were such a positive, and I go, dude, you have no idea how negative and miserable and bitter I am. I'm just a really good actor, and I'm able to turn it all off when I'm on the live streams. And, yeah, that's true, Kimmy. It will get viewers, but the viewers would only be for OnlyFans. I think you would get banned on YouTube for showing your topless marathon running. But that would be a great live stream while it lasted. Hvordan siger du hey?
Hvordan siger du hey?
Why are you... You're not understanding. We need two sentences that wrap. We need a Danish sandwich. In the middle is English, which is the English word. The bread, the top piece of bread is Hvordan siger du. The bottom part of the bread is in Danish. The word in Danish. How do you say in Danish?
That's a good analogy right there.
Danish.
I like that sandwich. I'm getting a little hungry.
I only had a little bit of a sandwich earlier. I got to go out and grab something to eat shortly. What were our other topics? Oh, chocolate soap.
What is chocolate soap?
So,
do explain.
I was up in Orlando with my mom a couple of days ago, and at the Orlando, while I was waiting for the 8 hours because the trains were not departing for aforementioned reasons, I just looked at one of the gift shop there, and they had this soap that was made in Key West. I'll go show it to you, and it's chocolate soap, and I smelt it, and even through the plastic, I was like, wow, that smells like chocolate.
Can you eat it?
Look at this thing. This thing. My bathroom smells so delicious right now, and I want to eat this so much, but I know that it's soap. But one of the main ingredients is chocolate, and I was just thinking, like, this would be the greatest soap for a family to get, because the mother still gets to wash the kid's mouth out with soap. The kid at least gets to smell chocolate flavor while it's being washed out. Because imagine the taste. I haven't tried tasting it yet. But if you had that, would you try to taste it to see what it tastes like?
No,
not
me. You can though. Let me do it on live stream. We'll see what happens.
Maybe another one. Maybe not today.
Different day.
I
did that one. Yeah.
You
when I was little,
you ate
I tried
soap?
No, I had this thing. I thought it was candy. Somebody gave it to me like it was candy, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And I put it in my mouth, and it was soap. And I guess I was, traumatized by that.
If somebody super chats me $100, I will taste the soap. But I'm not doing it just for your amusement, people. Sorry. Oh wait, we have the language sandwich.
Okay, where's the language sandwich here? Let's see here.
So geworden Sigurdu
Padansk.
Padansk.
Say it again, because I can't read it.
Geworden Sigurdu.
Geworden Sigurdu Padansk.
Then
Geworden
Padansk.
Sigurdu Padansk. See, I
Geworden
love
Sigurdu.
Geworden Sigurdu
YouTube
Padansk.
live streamer Padansk.
Padansk. Yeah, exactly. That's how you learn a language, right?
I'm trying to think.
So you get it.
Who does this guy? Who does Shannon remind you of? Does he look like anyone familiar? I don't know. Maybe he just reminds me of the guy that I was in Iraq with 20 years ago and haven't seen his face in 20 years. And isn't it hard to believe it's been 20 years? It seems like I don't know. I just find that hard to believe. Like, what's weird is like years ago when I would meet people and they were in Vietnam, and I'd be like, "Wow, you were in
That's
Vietnam."
so long ago. It was so long
And now
ago,
I'm
right?
like, I'm the new Vietnam War veteran. Oh, dude, you were in Iraq, man. You're old.
Way back when, way back in the day.
Way back in the day.
Yeah, time goes by quick. So, all your young friends will. Next thing you know, they'll be where you're at, where I'm at. You know? Hopefully they'll be at where you're at, not where I'm.
To be fair, Kimmy's a little older. Jamie's older.
Oh, okay.
So there are some older folks in here. See it. You're good at Danish, but every time I say a word, you get it right. Thank you.
Congratulations.
I forget how to say thank you. Is it dankjewel or is that? I think that's Dutch. Is it tak?
Tag.
How do you say thank you in Danish? Worden siger du. Thank you. Padansk. Yeah, we're using it. We're using it in a real world scenario. So,
tak? Is that tag or tak?
Oh yeah, tak. TAK.
Tak. Okay, so now we've learned a word, right?
So do you use reading glasses?
It's kind of like I wear contacts, but I got to wear like the bifocal contacts, and they only work so well. So then I got to read reading glasses. You got to go with whatever the situation allows you to do. So like sometimes I'm just like looking at things real close, and then if something's far away, it's okay. These are the things you face as you get older. You know what I'm saying?
So Ben Franklin invented the bifocal. Can you how amazed he would be if like there is something that you put in your eye and it's a
contact lens.
Oh my gosh, Kimmy just super chatted me $100.
So let's see that chocolate soap.
Oh my gosh, Kimmy, you are crazy. I cannot believe I actually have to follow through on this because we started the live stream with integrity. Kimmy, you are a crazy, crazy cat.
Thank you, Kimmy. This is going to be worth it.
You know what? I'm gonna now mention that more often. I've said that 3 times with certain things and no one's ever done it. And all right, crap.
Just take a nibble. Just qualify. You don't need to,
I just know how disgusting. I can already imagine that the way soap feels in. Wait, do I have to take a nibble? What do I have to do with this?
Just a nibble. That's the rule when you're eating something you don't know what the effect is going to be.
No, I don't have to swallow it, right?
Yeah, technically that is the survival training. Survival training. You remember like Sarah and stuff. The survival training is that you take a little bit, put it in your mouth, and spit it out and see what happens. And
Kimmy said, yes, I have to swallow it.
Oh boy!
Wait,
better you than me.
What if there's something? All right, listen. The only reason why I'm not going to swallow it is because I don't know all the ingredients in this, and I refuse to die on a live stream. And wait, you're my streamy buddy.
I got to protect you. I have got. It's my duty to not egg you on, to not get you into some sort. I'm mature. I'm not a kid, and it is my duty as your streaming buddy to make sure that you're safe. Safety first, right?
You know, maybe I should delay this because maybe it'll get people to stay on here longer.
Maybe get more people to give you more money. But how does Kimmy feel about that? Because you did make a promise. This is like an integrity issue.
But wait, but what did I say? I said I will.
You didn't say when, did you? Or did you? We'll
I
have
don't
to
think
do the
I
replay.
said. I don't think I said when. You know what? I'm going to be a man of my word. She gave me the super chat. Oh my gosh.
You're the one that suggested it, so.
It smells so good. It's like chocolate yumminess.
Maybe that's what it'll taste like.
You know, it's not that. Oh, it's bad. It's very bad.
See, you don't need the drink because these are the sorts of behaviors that people routinely engage in when they drink. So you're good to go.
That's got a residual. Oh, it's burning.
Oh boy!
But here's the big question: was it worth $100?
I don't
Yes,
know.
it was. Maybe that's my new thing here. My new shtick is Monroe tastes something disgusting on every live stream for $100.
Oh boy!
You know what's really interesting about it? Thanks, Kimmy. You're the best too. Thanks for the support. You know how usually with soap, it's immediate? Like you know immediately when there's soap in your mouth when you're in the shower or something?
Because of the scents and such. Yeah, all right.
This tasted like chocolate for the first like 2 seconds. Then it switched for like a second to like butter. It just felt like there was a buttery. And then it was really bad. Really, really bad. You know,
well, it's over now.
I think that is the biggest super chat I've ever gotten in one fell swoop. Jamie, you've been here forever. Is that the biggest super chat? Is like in one, or did V do that, or was V the gift? I don't know, but I'm gonna put this in a. You're gonna get because it's Christmas time. That's where these all started from December 23rd till the end of the. You're gonna get it's pink and it's a pink and green bow, because. Well, we blew past 610. I think this. You know what's crazy, guys? This might be the highest grossing month since I started, because the first month, it's the amount of income has gone down kind of steadily and kind of hovering around like 300. And then this month it just went up and we're up at 600. And I think now, so Kimmy, you're a record breaker.
Didn't you say you've been doing this for like 20 years or something like that?
Yeah, but making no money.
So how do you get to make money? I know nothing about these things. I'm old.
I would love to talk, but my mouth is very, very. I have to spit again. It's really. Oh my gosh! For those just joining me, Kimmy super chatted me $100 to taste the chocolate soap that I bought. It was only chocolatey for a very brief moment of bliss, and then it became bitter. Is it bitter or basic? Basic torture.
Basic, yeah, right. So did you take a nibble, or did you take more than a nibble?
I took a big nibble.
A big nibble.
It was a big nibble. It was a reasonably sized nibble, Shannon.
Okay.
I mean, Emerson would have been impressed, but he just abandoned me and you. Unbelievable.
Maybe I get him to come back at some point.
No, I told you you can come back again.
Maybe if we get another, if you get another $100, we'll bring Emerson back and have him eat something.
I think and I think
Like a
Emerson.
sandwich.
We need to make Emerson eat something.
Like a sandwich. I'm pretty sure Emerson would eat a sandwich. I'm not sure that's
What
sounding
kind of
out.
sandwich though? We're
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd get in kind of big trouble if I told my son that he had to eat something that he shouldn't be eating because somebody wanted to see him do it. I'm pretty sure I can't do that. Pretty sure
Did you
there'd be
hear that Shannon
consequences.
Potts exploits his son?
Oh, yeah,
Let me see.
that's the next thing I need in my life.
So Jamie said V often does some super chats in the $50 range, but V's are always $50. He says if you're counting one single super chat, that's the biggest. So Kimmy, you're now in the Monroe Mann YouTube channel Hall of Fame because you just gave the biggest super chat. And Sia says, I wish I could super chat, but I don't have dollars. Dollars in Danish is kroner. You don't have dollars, but you do have Danish language teaching abilities. And that's that. You're giving something, you're contributing something, and we love having you here. And see you when you get older. Guess what? You'll be able to super chat. And I hope you'll still be my fan whenever that is. And your first super chat probably should be in the $300 to $500 range. Just as a suggestion to make up for all of the times you should have super chatted before, but just couldn't. You know, every live stream you come on, it's adding about $5 to $10 of super chat in the super. Oh my gosh, that would be a cool feature. Like every time you come on, the fan super chat requirement goes up, and then when they are able, and then they it's like they're getting it's like a loan with interest. All right, let's see what are our other topics, Shannon? Is there I'm trying to think. Is there anything that we talked about? Well, let's do this. What are your top 1, 2, or 3, however many you want, life lessons that you took home with you from Iraq that have served you well these last 20 years?
Wow, you're really you got some skills there, Monroe, with this interview stuff. It's like you know what you're doing and stuff. That's an excellent question.
I'm not just a soap eater.
So the top 3.
Hold on. Before you start, this guy Rick Molo just came in and said,
No, late night show.
Very confused. What is this? Chocolate soap and veterans.
Chocolate soap and
Yeah. So Rick,
veterans.
we're both
I'd be confused
veterans of the
too.
Iraq War. We served together, and
one of whom is intelligent enough not to eat chocolate soap.
I was the one that
just saying.
I said if anyone gives me $100, I will eat the soap and taste it. And unbelievable.
Oh, what happened? Am I still there? Are you still there? Monroe, I don't see you. Oh, there you are. Okay.
Yeah. No, guess who was calling? The Miami Veterans Hospital. And
oh, really?
Whenever someone calls and starts leaving a voicemail, it makes me go black and makes me go mute. I don't know why.
Gotcha.
And yeah, Rick, congratulations. You figured out basically what this channel is about. It's about chocolate soap and veterans. And that kind of summarizes it all. But in all seriousness, my name is Monroe Mann. This is my friend Shannon Potts. He's a special guest today who will be back again. I do special guest interviews. I also do original music. I play my guitar and sing songs. Shannon can attest that I'm talented at that. And do motivation, talk about psychology and law. I'm a lawyer. I have a PhD in psychology, Iraq War veteran, a 2-time TEDx speaker. I'm a licensed skydiver, and Shannon's going to do that with me one of these days. And we'll get Emerson to jump out. How old is Emerson? Is he 18?
I don't want to get into personal details without his willingness. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, got it. Well, anyway, if and when he gets 18, I should say when. Let's be positive. When he becomes 18, he can jump out of an airplane.
So I have another sub guest here. I'm a guest, and I would like to bring in my sub guest.
I like sub guests.
This is my daughter.
Hello.
Hello.
So what?
Look what he.
Oh my gosh! Thank you for watching. What's your name?
My name's Elowin.
Elowin?
Elowin, yes. Yep.
Wow, you're like a princess or a fairy or something from Lord of the Rings or something. That's beautiful.
What are you, a princess or a
how
fairy?
much do you love your name? Is it something that you embrace fully?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
What's the favorite thing you like about your dad?
She doesn't like her dad.
He loves me.
There you go. I
Oh,
love
so it's all about you, Elowin.
it.
Princess Elowin. It's all about me. You would love Carly. If Carly were on this live stream, you would get along with her because she's always here, and I was always making fun of her because it's always about Carly and her boyfriend. What do you want to be when you get older? Do you know? Have any dreams?
A dental hygienist.
Lovely. Have you started to progress on that path?
She's got a while. She's only 12. So
I'm in 7th.
seventh grade.
Look,
Seventh grade.
you know Doogie Howser, MD. They start young. Maybe she's already like a week away from becoming a dental hygienist. Are you a week away from becoming? Will you start the new year with a new job and a new profession as a dental hygienist? What?
I don't think so.
You don't think
right
so?
Now we're working on tennis and the viola. The viola. Those are the things that occupy her spare time, so to speak.
So Jamie always calls Carly a sweet baby angel on here, and Jamie said, "Oh, Elowin must also be a sweet baby angel. Are you a sweet baby angel?"
I've been called Christmas Miracle, but
the Christmas Miracle, yeah.
The Christmas Miracle. Do you know why you're called the Christmas Miracle? Because in a week you will be the youngest dental hygienist in America. And they're like, it's amazing. Well, hey, it's really lovely to meet you. Thank you for watching. I hope you'll subscribe because your dad's going to be a guest on here again, and I think you'll love the people in the chat. We got people all over the world, and a lot of them made friends, and so we'd love you to come on, and I'd love your support, Elowin.
Okay.
Do you know what's my name? What's my full name? Begins with M.
Monroe.
I know it's Monroe, but I forgot the other part.
Man. How hard is it to remember man?
Monroe
he is
Mann. Is your
Monroe
last
Mann.
name? Is your last name does it take after your father?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're an Elowin Potts. She seemed very disappointed by that. She's like, "Don't remind me." Oh my God, I'm a Potts. Well, I tell you this.
With that.
Hey, don't don't tell your brother, but you can. You were a much better interview guest than he was. He was very standoffish. He didn't even smile. You were very smiley, and we appreciate that.
There you go.
Yay.
Thank you.
Yay. See you, Elowin.
Now get out of here. Get out of here.
Let me just, there are some more comments. Jamie's saying, a professional soap eater extraordinaire. Thank you very much. Jamie said, hello, young lady. That was to Elowin. And what do you guys want to know? Oh, do you guys want to know what I love you is in Danish? Yes, Sia, we'd like to know I love you in Danish. DJ Dennis, how are you? Great to have you here. And DJ Dennis, you're not going to believe this. I just got a crazy super chat for $100 from Kimmy if I would try the chocolate soap and see how it tasted. And she did it. I'm still recovering. My mouth is a little bit funky at the moment, but it's fresh and it's clean. Let me tell you that. Jamie says, your name is Dad's friend, Monroe. That's my friend. Yeah, Dad's friend. Oh, it's Jag älskar dig. That's the same thing as in Swedish. See it.
Jag älskar dig.
But it's pronounced like Jag älskar dig. Jag älskar dig.
Jag älskar dig.
Is it the same pronunciation, Sia, as Swedish? Jag älskar dig. Jag älskar dig. Yeah. Come on. Shannon would never do this in the military, but now that he's out of the military and he's on my live stream, he's going to be a goofball, and you need to do the exact same thing I just did. Say I love you, yeah, like a little teenage Danish girl. Go.
Ja, jag älskar dig. I'm no actor. Actor. Okay.
I'll give you some actor training right now. Do it like this, but go like this with your head. Kind of look like this.
Ja, jag älskar dig.
See, because you did that, you've earned an invitation to come back on again.
I appreciate that. I think that would be good. I think that would be great.
What's up? So V Pirate just joined. He's also a veteran.
Yes, I remember. I saw his interview.
Oh, very nice.
Or-
Very nice.
No, I think it was him. Yeah.
His name was Marcus, actually. I don't know if and it's number 2, you said. So it's Ja Elskerdai. Jag älskar dig. Jag
Yeah, I guess.
älskar dig.
Good.
V Pirate, sorry to hear that you're sick, but glad you're here. You just missed it. I had to. Someone dared me to have some soap for dinner. Jamie says yes. Please have him on again. This stream made my day. Absolutely, will do that. And by the way, if you guys don't know, V Pirate's going to be on again sometime in January. V is going to be on here again sometime in January. One of my actor friends, Nakia Dillard, he's going to be on. He's been in a bunch of TV shows, so he's going to talk to us about some of the new TV shows that he's in right now. So that's pretty cool. And oh, actually, okay, I'm trying to remember your name, Shannon.
Who are you?
Wait,
where am I?
Who is it? I didn't even know that I had a guest on here. Oh my god. So V Pirate says, when the Air Force tries to talk tough, just remind them that there are more planes in the ocean than submarines in the sky. That is true, but there are also more submarines. Well, but aren't there more airplanes than there are submarines? Submarines are very expensive, where airplanes are kind of like a dime a dozen. Jamie says all-star lineup. That's right. Yeah, this channel is getting all the great guests. Oh, by the way, hey, do you have 20 more minutes, Shannon?
I can talk all night. You want to go for like a 8-hour
I
marathon?
want to jump off and do a members only live stream for 20 minutes. So guys, we're going to end this right now. For those of you who are members, because I want to give you guys incentives and realize that there is value in being a member of the channel. And check out back, and we will have 20 more minutes with Shannon, and we will talk more in depth and find out, does he wear men's underwear or women's underwear? Exclusive for members only. Hey, Rick, thank you so much. Yes, Dementia Soap Eaters love this channel. We are 100% all about that. And I tell you this, you haven't even cracked the surface of what this is all about. And so I hope you will subscribe, and hope you'll come check it out again, Rick, and certainly consider becoming a member. YouTube.com/Monroe Mann/join JOIN. See ya. Don't say no. You're a member. It's so you can come and watch the live stream with Mr. Potts, with Mr. Sergeant Potts and children, with his special sub guests.
I think I'm going to go with that from now on, Mr. Sergeant.
Mr. Sergeant. What's up, Mr. Sergeant? What's up, Mr. Sergeant? Wait, what was your rank? What's your rank in the fire department?
A lieutenant.
So, Mr. Sergeant Lieutenant.
There you go. Now you got it right. Thank you for showing the proper. Thank you for showing the proper respect.
Actually, I'll give you the. Yes, see ya. That you got gifted a membership on Christmas by V, so you can thank V when he comes back. And that's why there's a 1 next to your name. It means you're now an official member for a month. So guys, thank you so much. If you're a member, stick around. Keep an eye out. We're going to do another live stream in about 1 minute. And Shannon, what I'm going to do is just create another live stream, just like I did. It'll be members only. I'll send you the link, and just join again.
Very good. Very good. Sure.
Lieutenant Diane, Lieutenant the Pirate, Lieutenant Shannon. That actually works better. Lieutenant Shannon. Oh, by the way, what are your final words of wisdom for everybody here?
Be nice to each other. Be nice to everyone you meet. Life's too short. Those are my final words of wisdom.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, great to see you. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for clicking like. And thanks for watching some of my other videos, because every video watch is helping with ad revenue and maybe convincing YouTube to send more new fans my way. Thanks, guys. See you soon.